Welcome back, everybody. This one has been a long time coming. I have known about this album for how long? 7, 8, 9 years. My first boyfriend ever really liked this album and owned it on record, so I saw it in his collection. Never listened to the thing. I maybe have avoided it because it sort of reminds me of him. But I feel like it's also going to be super good, and I didn't realize it's going to be over an hour long. The Chronic, let's listen. I had such a good time with the Wu-Tang album I listened to. That's one of my favorite albums I've ever reacted to on video. 36 Chambers was 1993. This came out a year before 36 Chambers. Okay, let's see if there's any influence. Let's see if there's anything. They came out so close together.
This is dedicated to the niggas that was down from day one. Welcome to Death Row.
Like we always do about this time.
Yeah, 9-2, Death Row Records. Creeping while you're sleeping. West Coast flavor. Niggas who talk shit get dealt with real quick. So if you wanna take a trip to the road, let a nigga like Snoop Doggy Dogg know. Protected by niggas with big dicks, AKs, and 187 skills. So if it's a must, you take
Snoop Dogg's on this, okay.
DOC. Still making it funky enough.
Oh, Snoop Dogg's on all of it.
Records isn't easy. Sincerely yours. These motherfucking nuts. I don't love Easy. I don't love Jerry. I don't love Ruthless Records. Frankly, I don't love nothing they got to do with. But you know what I want them to do for me? Terry Easy, check this shit out here. You know what? Fuck all y'all. Fuck y'all. Really though. It's that right, nigga. You better ask somebody. You really better ask somebody.
Wow.
You's a penguin looking motherfucker.
Was that mostly Snoop Dogg there? I really don't listen to much Snoop Dogg or any Dr. Dre, so I can't tell who's who, but it sounded like Snoop Dogg, sorta.
The hood you grew up with, niggas you grew up with. Don't even respect
Yeah, this
your
beat,
ass. That's why it's time for the doctor to check your ass, nigga. Used to be my homie, used to be my ace. Now I wanna slap the taste out your mouth.
This is
Let
Dr.
you
Dre.
fly.
Okay.
Let me ride, just another
This is his
homicide. Yeah, it's me, so I'ma talk on. Stomping on the easiest streets that you can walk on. Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. We have your motherfucking record company surrounded. Put down the candy and let the little boy
Super
go.
funky.
You know what I'm saying?
It's got a little funk to this one.
Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, doggy dogs in the
That's Snoop Dogg.
motherfucking house.
Yeah, Doggy
Bow wow
Dogg.
wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, Death Row's in the motherfucking house. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, the sounds of a dog bring me to another day.
Is this album gonna make me fall in love with Snoop Dogg now?
It seemed to mama that you might not like. I heard she was a Frisco dyke, but fuck your mama. I'm talking about you and me, toe to toe. Tim M-U-T, your boy and your daddy hollering, baby.
Early Snoop Dogg's a little different from what I'm used to.
If you fuck with Dre, nigga, you fucking with Death Row. And I ain't even swinging them things. I'm hollering 187 with my dick in your
A lot more
mouth.
impressive than what I've heard from Snoop Dogg.
Together on this motherfucker hang with ease.
And I must
Does Dr. Dre
he
produce his own beats?
Chip this nigga off, love.
If it ain't
And he's just
another
besties
hoe
with
that I
Snoop
got
Dogg?
to fuck with, got teeth in your mouth,
Has it
so
on all
my
his
dick
tracks?
got to fit.
It's the
With
vibe
my
I'm
nuts
getting
on
at
your
least.
tonsil,
You know.
while you on stage rapping at your whack ass concert.
And I'ma snatch your ass from the
Wow,
backside
it's
to
like
show
really
you how
smooth
Death Row
listening.
pull off that hoorah.
My homie, you best check yourself, cause when you diss Dre, you dish yourself.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, nigga. Doggy dogs in the motherfucking house. Yeah. Long Beach is in the
90s
motherfucking
hip-hop,
house.
man. Early 90s
Yeah.
hip-hop.
Yeah. Straight up.
Okay.
Really though. Easy, he can eat a big fat dick. Tim Dog can eat a big fat dick. Luke can eat a fat dick. Yeah.
I like the sample a lot. I wonder how much of this is like just purely sampled.
Biatch.
Sounds like a lot of sampling. Okay.
Long time I watch, I'm a one chat to you, go like you don't want chat to me.
So listen to the play-by-play, day by day. Rolling in my phone with 16 switches. And got sounds for the bitches. Clocking all the
I like his voice as well. I like his verses. I wouldn't say I love Dr. Dre's verses as much as I liked the verses I was hearing on Wu Tang. But he brings a different vibe. He's a lot more laid back.
Hell yeah. Just another motherfucking day for Dre, so I begin like this. No medallions, dreadlocks, or black fists. Just that gangster glare with gangster raps. That gangster shit makes the gangs and snaps. Word to these hype ass lyrics and dope beats that I hit you with, that I get you with as I groove in my 4 on D's. Hitting the switches.
In the same way that Tribe Quest reminds me of jazz, this reminds me of funk. Let me ride. Let me ride. Let me ride.
Check this out. The sun went down when I hit Slauson. Caught up in a 187, but I don't represent no gangbang. Some niggas like lynching, but I just watch them hang. So on and so on. Why don't you let me roll on? I remember back in the days when I used to have to get my stroll on. Did nobody wanna speak? Now everybody peeping out the window when they hear me beating up the street.
Okay, let's pause it there. I've listened to 3 songs. I'm in love with the first 2 tracks. The third track I also had a really good time with. I wouldn't say I'm in love with it though, but the drums on it were really, really cool. The bass as well. But yeah, tracks 1 and 2, they felt really iconic. They felt like a real strong start to an album that I could fall in love with here. The Chronic intro, wow. I love an intro track as well. It just sets the scene, gets me really pumped to listen to the album. So yeah, I really appreciate that inclusion, and that second track was really fun. I liked how Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg play off each other a lot there in those verses, and start going back and forth towards the end. Super fun and funky. It's so funky. I want to know more about like the production and all these samples. I assume it's just a bunch of samples going on. It reminds me so much of like old funk music. Solely California vibes. I imagine he's Californian, this guy. It feels so LA to me.
Now I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end mine. If you ain't down for the Africans here in the United States, period, point blank, if you ain't down for the ones that suffered in South Africa.
Oh, this reminds me a lot of Tribe Called Quest. Oh, I like his delivery. Daz. We call you Daz.
When niggas get together, they get mad cause they can't fade us. Like my niggas from South Central Los Angeles. They found that they couldn't handle us. Bloods, Crips on the same squad. With the essays helping niggas, it's time to rob and mob.
Yes, in the videotape we see some of the people on the crowd throwing things at the officers.
And swinging at them as well.
I got my finger on the trigger, so niggas wonder why. For living in the city, it's do or die. I got my finger on the trigger, so niggas wonder why. For living in the city, it's do or die.
One time trigger happy, no nigga love. 187 time to grab the endo. Creeping with the quickness to the cut. Bust one to his head while he munches on a donut and crack up. So now we best to back up. I guess I got to pack up. Filling the clip up, I dip up town. But motherfucking cops are all around. Helicopters flying, these motherfuckers trying to catch me and stretch me on death row.
I really didn't expect it to be so jazzy all of a sudden. I was really expecting this to a full funk-inspired album after those first 3 tracks. I like the switch up. Just enjoying it. Oh, it's the first guy. Oh, I love this guy. It's so good. Oh, okay. I really like Daz.
Snoop Doggy Dogg motherfucking Dr. Dre is at the door. Ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Cause you know we're about to rip shit up.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G Thang, baby. Too low out niggas, so we're crazy. Ain't no pussy good enough to get burned while I'm offended. And that's realer than real deal Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I take a small piece of some of that funk. And it's like this and like that and like this. And Drake creep to the mic like a fan.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping.
I love this song. It's my favorite one.
But I tend to got caught cause my blood adds to my collection. This selection symbolizes dope. Take a toke but don't choke. If you do, you have no clue of what me and my homie Snoop Dogg came to do. It's like this and like that and like this. And it's like that and like this and like that. And it's like
getting funky on the mic like an old batch of collard greens. It's the capital S-O-S, I'm fresh and double O-P, D-O-double-G-Y-D-O-double-G, you see? Show much flex when it's time to wreck a mic. Pimping hoes and clocking a grip like my name was Dolomite. Yeah,
Snoop Dogg, damn!
I think they in the mood for some motherfucking G shit. So Dre.
He's a way better rapper than I give him credit for before this.
But I ain't lynching. Dropping the funky shit that's making the sucker niggas mumble. When I'm on the mic, it's like a cookie, they all crumble. Try to get close, and your ass will get smacked. My motherfucking homie, Doggy Dog, has got my back. Never let me slip, cause if I slip, then I'm slipping.
I love how they're like besties on this record. This is so cute.
And I'ma continue to put the rap down, put the Mac down. And if you're really they call Long Beach, putting the shit together like my nigga D.O.C. No one can do it better like this, that, and this, and it's like that, and like this, and like that.
I love the inclusion of that.
Who gives a fuck about those?
So just chill till the next episode.
When the chorus comes back in. Wow, I don't think I've ever listened to something that captures the feeling of California so well. On first listen. So I've been to California a couple times. A few times. It definitely reminds me of Cali. Track 4 and 5. Nothing but a G Thang. You're my favorite. You're my favorite on the record. That song is so well put together. The little changes to sort of tell the listener that it's going into the chorus, it's so subtle. The bass is so good in the verse. Snoop Dogg and Dre are really good. Their delivery is so good on that song. They work so well with each other once again. Nothing but a G Thang. Oh my god. That song is timeless. It feels so timeless. Yeah, Dad's on track 4. He was really good. I really liked him too.
Hello.
What's up?
Nothing. What you doing?
Man, just kicking it. Did what's your name get at you yesterday?
Who?
Deeez Nuuuts.
Oh, shut up, nigga.
But I want to ask you one question. If I had some nuts hanging on the wall, what would I have, honey? I'm just darling.
Chicky check, microphone check. 1.
Chicky check,
microphone check. 2.
Chicky check,
microphone check. 3.
check game from the
Such a nice mix of funk and R&B going on.
As you pull up in the park, your pockets
Wow.
nuts and a big fat chronic sack.
So Daz, step up on their ass and give these motherfuckers a blast from
Are
the
you related to
past.
Snoop Dogg?
Out of the cut with some shit that I wrote with my nigga D.R.E. So you know I must be dope about the city I'm from. Long Beach, tic tac, grab your gap, watch your back, here I come. Stomping in my khaki suit, big G from the hood, kin from
This is just like a
damn, I ripped the
hour-long party.
Of the D.R.E.
Now check me out, it's back to the old school where the niggas get they scrap on. Don't nobody cap on, slap on some D.R.E. or some funky ass shit by the D.O.double-G-Y-D-O-double-G.
Nice.
Real G shit.
There's multiple D.O.G.Gs. No, they call it D.O.double-G.
It's real easy to
I'm a nigga from the motherfucking street. I can't be faded. I'm a nigga from the motherfucking street. I can't be faded. I'm a nigga from the motherfucking street. I heard you wanna fuck with Dre. You picked the wrong motherfucking day. Here we go toe to toe, blow for blow. Let me know if you think you can fade that roll.
You can tell, like, when they were putting it together, producing, writing, recording, they're having fun with it. It's so infectious. I'll keep saying that word, but that's how I feel. I liked that one. It's like 5 minutes. No way. It's gonna be a little bit to go. Just goes by so quick. really like this song, but I'm sort of happy it's not my favorite for reasons. You're like, what's your favorite song from The Chronic? Once again, it's these like keys on top, these synths. Really cool.
So, all of you Africans that know how to do things, that's working for other people, y'all need to open your own business.
The new generation is going.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I have to die today for this little African right here to have a future, I'm a dead motherfucker.
Wake up, jumped out my bed. I'm in a two-man cell with
Wow.
my homie Lil Half Dead. The life of a G, I guess. Essays way deep, shank doing the chest. Best run, cause brothers is dropping quicker. Too late, damn. Down goes another nigga. Bouncing off the walls. But I'm young.
Where did he pull this beat out of?
Street life, you better be strapped with your shank, cause ain't no fist fight.
Incredible.
So little ghetto boy, playing in the ghetto street.
Sitting on swole, 27 years old, up for parole, stroll. I'm back up on my feet with my mind on the money that I'll be making soon as I
Beat is
touch
like
the
the most unique one so far. Maybe the jazz one as well.
No, we had a 22, straight sitting behind his back. I grabbed his pockets and then I heard 6 caps.
From the street, how come my brother comes to be? Little ghetto boy, playing in the ghetto street. Single day, really though. You know me, I'm the smooth macadamian, gaming them for my homie.
Smooth
No need being calm if you pack right. And learning just enough to keep your sack right now. Not thinking about what's really going on. Got crept on, stepped on, now they gone. I spent 4 years in the county with nothing but convicts around me. But now I'm back at the pound and we exposed.
I like how they're touching upon quite dark topics in this one. They have touched upon darker topics in other tracks as well, but it feels a bit more concise here. This feels like the Tears. Or I guess Tears is like the Little Ghetto Boy. This Tears comes afterwards. It feels funny to be listening to this in the middle of winter. It's eliciting such summer vibes. Not many of the songs have been fading, that might be the first one. Alright, one more track. Track 8.
Yeah, nigga, what's up with all that motherfucking shit you was talking, nigga? Huh? Fuck that, nigga. What's up with all that shit you was talking, nigga? Listen up, nigga. You know Lucifer? Nah. You about to meet him, motherfucker.
Damn. Jazzy again.
44 reasons come to mind why your motherfucking brother is hard to find. See, I never take a step on the captain block or a lay without the AK ready to pop. Cause them punk motherfuckers in black and white ain't the only motherfuckers I got to fight. I got a lot of motherfuckers for trying to prove to they homies they can hang by dealing with me. But once again, in the end, that D-E-A-D-O. A motherfucker who's known for carrying gas ain't surely seen you on a stairway to heaven. Just put my finger on the trigger and pull back.
What is this sapphires voice on top that I love so much?
As he wonder what popped before he got popped. I told you I was Dre and you know it don't stop.
Who's the man with the master plan?
I break some off, yeah. I break some off, but I'm speaking about between the thighs. I'm talking about cocking a gauge in between your eyes and make it drop to your knees, cause you realize, nigga,
really love these drums.
Don't know that I'm the wrong nigga to fuck with. Get lit or hit up by the doctor. A nigga that breaks them off properly, real G, so don't doubt it, die. But some still don't hear me though. You're too near me not to hear me, nigga, yo. So now you know.
I'm trying to find the fault what's in the album. Okay, what's the song I don't really like as much? I mean, it's been pretty solid so far. About over halfway now. Listen to 8 tracks of 16, makes sense. Yeah, solid tracks again. Those last 3 tracks, really solid. I really liked track 6. I liked track 7. I liked the more personal note of Lil Ghetto Boy. And then track 8, that was fun as well. That was probably my least favorite of the 3, but I still think I liked it enough to give it a heart. So we're really solid here with this album. Didn't like track 3 much. That's it. That's the only fault I found so far. Everything else has been quite perfect. Oh, the recording sessions took place at Death Row Studios by his own record label, Death Row Records. Okay, there's more to this Death Row thing, because I'm trying to get my head around this Death Row. They keep mentioning it, and it sounds like his record label plus the recording studio was also called Death Row, so there's a bit more to it. I just read, trying to figure out this Death Row thing, that G-Funk, the subgenre within gangster rap, was popularized through this album. Okay. His production is G-Funk, gangsta funk. Okay, it is funky. I'm not believing this into existence. It's super funky. It's jazzy as well. But I guess jazz rap was already sort of a thing. Funk rap? I don't feel like I've seen as much of that before 1992. Like, I saw Tribe Called Quest go jazz rap, but yeah, funk rap? This is fun. Rat-Tat-Tat-Tat.
Crazy. Once again, nobody just blast they ass, nigga. Rat-tat-tat-tat, late at night.
As soon as I think, okay, that was my favorite production beat that just happened, he brings in another one I like more. Seeing the influence, wow. Let's go. He reminds me a little bit of Wu-Tang.
I keep it like this and like that, and I never hesitate to put a nigga on his back.
Snoop Dogg, you can't put a step wrong, man. Yeah. Oh, that's gotta be one of my favorite choruses in the whole thing.
Slinging fat keys from my block, and it don't stop. Tell me where you wanna go to the strip. Taken away like hell gone. Vietnam, California, backing on a mission. Proving the point. In my game, ain't no fucking competition. They wishing but run up on reality. So, niggas can't cope with the real. I feel penitentiary still when I kill it goes rat-tat-tat-tat-tat like that. And I never hesitate to put a nigga on his back. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat like that. You know I never hesitate to put a nigga on his back.
Straight up. Now you niggas know what my homie.
Oh, I love this one. It's not my favorite. It's second favorite track.
Cool. It's 9 Deuce. Dr. Dre sitting on his eye.
The 20 sack pyramid.
Oh shit, what the fuck is this?
I'm your host, motherfucking OG Henny Loke, and we're back with our 2 final contestants, Duck motherfucking Mouth and Bootney Lee Farnsworth. All right, y'all bitches got 30 seconds to answer 5 motherfucking questions.
Endo, Cabby, Buddha.
Shit I used to sell,
Hocus Pocus.
Oh, things that people smoke.
Right, that's everything.
Bad bitches?
Halle Berry.
Bad bitches?
Yo, Annie Clarice.
Oh, bitches, I'm on the fuck.
That's it right there.
Okay.
Dre gon' do my music and shit. Snoop and me be going to the swap meet.
I know that. Things that niggas be saying to get the pussy.
That's it right there.
Bitch. I'm in the money. I'm in the money. I'm in the money.
I'm in the money.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Wait. Levy drums. Yeah, that was a Zeppelin drums. I didn't expect Led Zeppelin. That's cool. That's my favorite album by Led Zeppelin too. Oh, they're so good. I can't focus on anything else. I just love Led Zeppelin. Okay, let's focus. I like the second verse bit better. That first verse, I really like the vocals. I know who that was. Well, whatever. All I can do is focus on the drums.
In the days, niggas they used to scrap niggas, so niggas retaliating, start to loot, execute, boot, stomping black soldier, here to teach and mold ya. The innovator, dominator, narrator, off. Niggas going wild, every night they shoot, it's like Babe Ruth. Maybe you should get a cap raw vest for your chest, anytime stepping through my hood comes the white sheet. Mr. Coroner, caught with some yellow tape, but the murderers escape. Audi like 5G.
Yo, man, give me some of that old gangsta ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Some shit I can just kick back, smoke a fat ass joint too, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I can't tell because I freaking love the drums. I loved the drums so much. I'm such a Led Zeppelin girl. They're like my favorite hard rock band. My dad's favorite band of all time. When you put on When the Levee Breaks, with the drums, those iconic drums, I can't not love it. But then I think also I was so focused and in love with those drums so much, it was really hard for me to focus on anything else. And then when I did try and focus, how many times can I say the word focus? And even when I did try and focus on something else, I didn't really like the deliveries as much from those guest appearances, apart from the second verse. I liked Corrupt, I think it might have been on the second verse. I don't mind him, but this first and third verse I could have done without, I think. So I liked how the skit played out, but I also don't think it was amazing like the rest of this album has been. So I think the last two tracks have dipped off for me a little bit, slightly, but I feel like we could bring it back. And up to this point, this album's been nearly perfect, so we're due a couple of tracks maybe that I didn't like as much.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm talking about? I like that old gangster shit. Yeah, nigga, I see your lips quivering, but you ain't saying a motherfucking thing. But my niggas kick this shit.
7 execution style murders. I have no remorse cause I'm the fucking murderer. Haven't you ever heard of a killer? I drop bombs like Hiroshima. Trigger, happy RBX to cap ya. Pump, pump, and I can't wait to bust around. Pump, pump, my hollow point smacks the clown. It's kill or be killed, that's how real niggas survive. I'm high powered.
Yeah, it's jazz that mass murder motherfucker.
The beat's not changing much on this track. It's pretty short though, it's less than 3 minutes. I'll cut it some slack. It didn't last too long. Okay, the doctor's office.
Yes, may I help you? Hello. I had a 12 o'clock appointment with Dr. Dre. Well, Dr. Dre is with another patient right now. Would you like to reschedule? You know, I'm a working person and I'm working. Just where is Dr. Dre?
Well, open up the door and you see his big dick fucking somebody.
No. So embarrassing to listen to on camera, please.
It is I, says me.
Freaking Biggie does that as well. Biggie has tracks where you're just listening to people have sex. And it's just like, I don't need to listen to this. Get that out of my mind. Really hated that.
When I swing my shit, I get rugged like raw head wrecked with fat tracks that fits the gangster type. What I recite's kinda lethal. Niggas know the flow that I kick, there's no equal. I'm murdering niggas, yo, and maybe because of the tone I kicks when I grip the mic and kick shit, niggas can't fuck with her. Ain't Nathan but a buster. I'm stranded on death row from pumping slugs and motherfuckers. Now you know you're outdone. Fill the shotgun, corrupt inmates, cell block one.
I'm deaf like Arthur Nick when I kick a wicked back. Dr. Dre will kick the scratch. With treachery, my literary form will blast and totally surpass the norm. I'm the presenter and the inventor and the tour.
Nice. Okay, this is back on track. We really left the track for a second there.
Serving up lifetime sentence. There'll be no repentance. Since it's the life that I choose to lead, I plead guilty on all counts that the ball bounced.
It's the same
It's just another clip into my
woman as before, but I like her a lot more here.
The lady of rage, a woman coming from the
Nice.
Yeah,
she sounds so much better on this track.
From the hood, doggy dog, making videos. Now I'm staying Hollywood, busting raps for my snaps. Now they call me Eastwood.
It's been gone.
Dre is the
We needed him. I didn't realize how much I needed him.
And I'm still serving for mine. Peace to my motherfucking homies doing time in the pen and the county jail. Mobbing with your blues on, mad as hell. I'm not flagging, but I'm just sagging. I bet you don't wanna see the deal double G.
Ain't nothing but a black thing. Reminds me of Ain't Nothing But a Compton thing.
Motherfucking homie DOC.
Ah.
And you don't stop. Doggy dog, break them down with the motherfucking dog.
Oh, he sounds really good. Everybody sounds really good on this one.
We gotta smoke them,
This is really good beat.
like the motherfucking Peter, man.
We'll try to speak. Those who are quiet will always cause riots. There's three types of people in the world. Those who don't know what happened, those who wonder what happened, and people like us from the streets that make things happen.
Nice, another fade. That song was perfect. We just went from a horrible patch. I didn't really enjoy 4 songs in a row there, totally, to another one of my favorite songs on the record. We actually had one of my favorite songs on the record before those 4 as well, Rat-Tat-Tat-Tat. Then the 2 skits plus the 2 tracks in the middle of the skits, I just couldn't fully grasp. There was something about them. Lyrical Gangbang was probably the closest thing to me liking a track because of that Led Zeppelin drum. And The Doctor's Office. It's not even about listening to it on camera. I can listen to pretty much whatever on camera. I don't really care. It's more that even if I'm alone, like I've listened to sex tracks before on like Biggie albums because I really like Notorious B.I.G.'s my favorite rapper ever, and he has like sex tracks where you're listening to someone have sex. And I still hate it. I hate listening to it even on my own. I will skip it every time. So even listening to it on camera, it doesn't matter. I would still hate it either way. It's a preference. It's a strong preference of what I prefer to listen to. The type of music I like, the type of skits I like. That's enough about that track. Straight on Death Row, one of my favorite beats once again. I think that was a really good beat for the rappers, for the MCs. I think they all shined quite well on that track, especially Lady of Rage and Snoop Dogg. And they were towards the end of the track, so I felt like it built quite well up to like the better verses as well. Even though I like Corrupt, I really like Corrupt as well. Really good production on that one. I've got 2 more tracks to listen to, so let's listen to them and see what I think of the end of this album.
Cannabis sativa.
The Roach.
Over in the heart of LA, known as the Chronic.
Back to the funk.
$6 million. Nevertheless, not in the streets. Sucker ass niggas.
Not the brass. Let's go.
Get it? This is the Chronic. Don't fuck with me, fool. Who got the dub sex? And I don't want no stress, brother. Got to be the Chronic. Know what I mean, nigga? Yeah, that's the Chronic. That's the Chronic. And we straight. Or better yet, a motherfucking blunt. A Philly blunt, that is.
party. I feel like these verses I could leave it or take it. Take it or leave it. I like this one.
That shit's nice to be fucked with. Nice to be fucked with. I'm high too. Nigga, you pass that shit somebody else. Nigga, I'm through for the night. Really though. Really though, nigga. Let's go get some food.
I got another dub sack, nigga.
I really liked the instrumentals in that one.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the dick. Get the fuck out after ya done. Then I hops in my stomach.
Whoa, that bass. Super warm, super fuzzy.
We used to roll around and fuck the hoes at night. Trapped in the motherfucker with the gangster beats. And we was balling on the motherfucking Compton streets. P. The shit got deep.
Wow.
Number one song after number one song. Long as my motherfucking pockets was fat. Sucking on his dick just to get a buck or two. And the few ends she got didn't mean nothing. Now she's suing. Cause shit that she be doing ain't shit. Bitch can't hang with the street. She found us.
This is what you look for in a hoe who got cash flow. You run up in them hoes and grab the cash and get your dash on. While you're chilling with your homies and shit. And how my niggas kick the anthem like this. Bitches ain't shit.
Who is that?
Snoop Doggy Dogg page, there must mean mo hoes. So I head down the streets to Long Beach. Just so
Everyone's sort of rapping like Snoop Dogg right now, but they're not Snoop Dogg.
My suck, cause you trust a hoe. Cause a hoe's a trick. I don't let them trick. Cause a trick's a bitch. And my dick
that's nice.
in the mouth. Turning them trick ass hoes the fuck out now. I once had a bitch named Manny Man.
There he is.
The homies used to tell me that she wasn't no good. But I'm the maniac and black Mr. Snoop Eastwood. So I figured niggas wouldn't trip with mine. Guess what? Got dappled by one time. Blues, I ain't been out a second. And already gotta do some motherfucking chin checking. Move up the blocks as we groove up the blocks. See my girl's house? Dre, pass the Glock.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the dick. Get the fuck out after ya done. Then I hops in my stomach a quick rush.
Interesting song to listen to as a woman. I love it though. Who cares? Nice.
Bitches ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit that's clean, but when I'm on a dick, hell yeah, I get real mean. Like a washing machine, I can wash the clothes. All the hoes know that I'm on the flow. Oh, but you see with the tip of the tongue, and then they're sprung, and with the nuts hung. Bitches ain't shit.
I like Jewel there. That was good. Oh, Nate Dogg is his cousin. Okay, I feel like I need to read so much stuff on the wiki to understand at all what's going on here. Okay, so first and foremost, listening to the music, enjoying the music, that's part of it. But then also they're referencing things and I'm not fully getting it. Firstly, this whole Death Row thing, right? I'm like, what is this connection with Death Row with I'm gonna call them fellas. The fellas on Death Row, right? What's going on? Obviously, there's this big connection to incarceration going on here. I'm trying to understand. And then Snoop Dogg on that last track mentioned himself going to jail. And I was like, Snoop Dogg went to jail? Like, I don't even know this. I don't even know anything about Snoop Dogg, really. I just listened to a couple of his really popular songs at the club. That's it. Dr. Dre is completely new to me. I had no idea. So I'm sort of getting it now. I'm sort of getting this connection to Death Row dedicating the album. At the start of the album, in the intro, like one of the first things says is that this is for the fellas on Death Row. Dr. Dre was also sentenced to prison. At least Snoop Dogg, it was before the album. I don't know if Dr. Dre is before the album. I'm not going to look into the whole entire lives right now. I just wanted to sort of half understand what's going on here. And I feel like I could definitely listen to this whole album again. A lot of the time, I don't know if I said this with Wu-Tang, but a lot of the time when you listen to rap albums or hip-hop for the first listen, you don't really catch majority of what they're talking about. The lyrics are very fast most of the time. There's a lot of different ideas being thrown out there. His production, incredible. His production is so good. so many tracks here that completely blew me away when I started just listening to the intro of it. I'd be like, whoa, this beat though. A majority of it is sampled, I imagine. I feel like a huge majority of it is sampled. A lot of funk, a lot of jazz, even Led Zeppelin thrown in there. And I think the other thing I just wanted to mention quickly was I expected this to be a Dr. Dre album because it's called Dr. Dre. Like, that's the artist name. With Wu-Tang, like, they're called the Wu-Tang Clan. So I imagined there'd be a whole bunch of them, right? Dr. Dre The Chronic, I imagine it's just Dr. Dre. So for me to even come into the record and to see the huge influence and collaboration with Snoop Dogg, I'm just like, oh, what the heck? Snoop Dogg's on this? This is crazy. Then we keep going, and it's like pretty much like Wu-Tang, where there's several different people that are heavily featured on this album throughout the whole entire thing. Like, they got a little clan themselves as well. So I don't know if Wu-Tang was inspired by this album at all, but there is such a strong similarity when it comes to the amount of features and this family that's created through the recording, production, writing of this album. It's so nice. It's so cute. Snoop Dogg was incredible. I actually really like Snoop Dogg now. I've never been a big Snoop Dogg fan, but I think he absolutely killed it. Every single time he was on this record, every time he popped up, I think he did amazing. So yeah, there you go. And Dr. Dre, like I said, his production's incredible. We're gonna give it an 81.25. There you go. That's my rating for this album. I really enjoyed it. I think if that skit wasn't in there, that doctor's office skit, it would have got a much higher rating, but that's alright. My favorite songs though, Rat-Tat-Tat-Tat for sure, as well as Nuthin but a G Thang. I hope you enjoyed this reaction to a classic hip-hop album. Let me know what hip-hop album you think I should react to next. I have listened to, like I said, Tribe Called Quest before, and I have now heard Wu-Tang, and I've heard The Chronic. So, anything else? I have heard most of Beastie Boys as well, actually, I'll say that. And I know Biggie. I listen to Biggie, Ready to Die. Anything else throw my way that you think would be something I might be into? Because I'm really enjoying a lot of the hip-hop I'm listening to right now. These last two albums have been great. Feel free to join us over on Patreon, where the full cut of this album will be up and available right now once this goes live on YouTube. Yeah, full cut's always available up there, and early access to all my videos is always up on Patreon as well. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I definitely did, and I'll see you soon with another album reaction next week. Bye!